Hi everyone, this is Tammy from Tammy Colors 2, and today you are back for video number 29 of the Time for a Cuppa, a celebration of tea coloring book series, where we drink the tea and color the picture. So this coloring book is by Racine. If you are new, you might want to go and check out some of the other videos. I have them all listed. All the previous videos are listed in the description. And there's also a playlist on my channel. We have been working on this book for a while. There are some pretty, this is going to be one of my color combination books, because I think I've come up with some pretty colors. So today we are doing the next to the last picture, which is White Peony. White Peony is one that I have been familiar with for a very long time. And it has several different names. I'm a little confused. My husband's favorite white tea. It is a white tea, so it is very light in color. As you can see, it has a very mild flavor. People would call it bright and refreshing. I'm one of those people who's like, you know, when you try wine and they're like, ooh, with notes of chocolate and apricot and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, I don't get that. That's not what I taste. I mean, if it's apple wine, sure, I taste apple. I mean, I enjoy like the wine and the tea and the stuff like that, but it's the same thing like with black tea, with notes of, you know, cinnamon and blah, 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 and it's a plain black tea, and I'm like, it's good, but I don't taste all these flavors. So, and I don't suppose anybody will, so don't feel bad. I'm very plain, I guess, and I don't, you know, go for all that stuff. I'm like, well, do I like it? Do I not? So yes, it is a very, very mild flavor. It has less caffeine. White tea, as a general rule, has less caffeine than the other teas. And it also has huge leaves. I wish I had a new bag of tea, because I could show you the difference between when you buy 500 grams of a normal black tea, as opposed to when you buy, or 100 grams, let's say, because that's more normal. If you bought like 100 grams of black tea, you know, it would be in a bag like this. You buy 100 grams of Pai Mouton or White Peony, and it's going to be in a bag like this, because it's huge, because the leaves are very huge. They look more like leaves than a lot of teas. It looks kind of like you're drinking something that was raked off the ground in your yard, to be honest. Did I ever tell you I do have a tea, an herbal tea that I got from Ronefeld in Germany, and it's called Winterkrauter, I think. It's an herbal winter tea is what it's, so it's got star anise and some other things in it, and I swear to you, it looks like something that's in your vacuum cleaner bag. That's what my husband and I call it. We call it vacuum cleaner tea because it really does. Maybe I'll show you that for the last video as a treat, you know, the vacuum bag tea. Anyway, it's a good tea. Don't get me wrong. It's really good tea. It just doesn't look very appetizing. So it was funny. My husband and I have always had White Peony, or Pai Mouton, because Pai Mouton is his favorite white tea. He drinks it all the time. And they say that White Peony, which is also Pai Mouton, which is also Pai Mouton. However, I swear to you, there are differences. And I don't know if it's very difficult to find the differences, because this tea has several different names. And it seems to me like it tastes different, which I don't know how they decide to call it white peony versus Pie Mouton. I think that it's probably the purview of the company that creates it, but it, you know, I've always liked white peony a little more than Pie Mouton, and they tell me that there's really not supposed to be a difference, so it's probably all in my head. Anyway, you can't go wrong with any of them. So, but anyway, we always have it around, and I didn't, and it was funny that it came in our Tea Runner subscription for this month. I'm like, ooh, I need some. And my in-laws went to Germany, so they picked up some Pie Mouton for my husband, so we haven't got it yet. So soon we will have some Pie Mouton, or white peony, or whatever you want to call it. I love to mix it with like flowers, like chrysanthemum, or, you know, you go to the Asian grocery and you can get all kinds of flowers to brew with your tea. I mean, they just brew it as tea, but I like to mix them into other teas. So that's kind of what I do. Sometimes you can be very adventurous with your tea if you want to. Okay, so I have decided that I want to do this like peony. So I think this is going to be very pastel-y. There's going to be a lot of pinky whitiness in here. I think it's going to be very light. It would be very nice if I could just make it pink and white with some green. Don't you think that would be lovely? So that's what I'm going to try to do. I was trying to find a palette that would work for that. So give me a minute. I hadn't been successful so far, but now I'm starting to envision it. So give me a minute to find a color palette and some markers, and I will be right back. All right, so I have found some colors. I found a palette that I really liked. So it gives me mostly pinks, a little bit of gray, and I feel like the soft colors in this are good. So I pulled some markers from the Ohuhu pastel. I have both. Either, I guess you want to call it the big set or the both little sets. I have all the pastel markers. So I went with these. Let me see if I can grab them out of my jar, and we may add some. We'll see. So these are the actual markers, if you're curious. So I only have 6 colors. Yep, 6 colors. You know, we may add. I'm not sure. I have to look and see what I want to do, but let's get started and we can talk about, you know, fun things. What color do I want this teapot? Well, I should do the flower first because I know that I want the flower to be a certain color, or I want it to have a certain look. So I'm gonna try some blending. So how is everybody this week? I hope you all are having a fabulous time. I just realized that I did not. Oops, that's a small one. I can use this one. I hope y'all are having a great week. And this is like the next to the last picture in this coloring book, and I am floored that means that next week I will have a completed coloring book. You know, isn't that like just, that's blowing my mind. Not that I have one. I don't have many. So that's really cool. I thank you all for joining me on this journey. So that means we have to talk about the continuation of the journey, because I know I said I have so many teas that we could just continue on. And it seems like everybody's interested in that, because I can talk about a different tea every week for a year, probably. And then by then you all will have forgotten and I can just start over. But no, I don't know what to do as far as, I was thinking maybe just do a different picture every week. However, someone or more than one person, I don't remember, mentioned a project book. So, I mean, would y'all rather just do pictures out of one book? And in which case, what book? Because I have a ton of books that are not colored in. I had a, I was like, oh, well, we could do one of the Morgan O'Brien books, but a lot of people have already colored all of those, because they are so small. Me, I would have, but I was busy with other stuff. I've had other things going on. I've had this video, but I have been working on Chompy Fluff Monsters, which is a project book with Kathy from Spicy Cat Colors, so I will have that book done at the end of this year, 2023. I don't know how this is going to look. I'm trying to play with it. And then, so, I mean, that is kind of cool. I mean, that if we do this and we keep going, then we will have a completed book, and I find that awesome on so many levels. So, if I'm trying to find something that's not too detailed, because that way we can appeal to a lot of different people. But I'm kind of limited with what's out there, and I thought, well, maybe y'all can suggest something. So Morgan O'Brien does have a new book. It is called Any Day, and I will actually have it tomorrow. It's on premium paper. I know that it's more expensive than all those other books. It's like $15 here in the US, because he put it on something like really nice paper. He had an explanation on Instagram about what he did and why he did it, and he was answering the requests of his fans, and so that's why this book is more expensive. And he tells you what GSM paper it is in the description. I just don't remember. But I thought, why not give it a try? I mean, RJ Hampson is offering a lot of his books in hardcover, which I have not got. I mean, the next time he comes out with one, if it's interesting, I might get the hardcover. So I might sneeze. I can feel one coming on. I was trying to think of other books, I mean, that aren't complicated, that would be easy to do in a sitting. Because these have been really fun. And then we can all have another completed book. Or we can do it for a few months and switch books if we don't like it or something. I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing that out there. Just like I'm kind of throwing this out there. Trying to do my peony up so that it looks cool. We'll see. When it dries, it should look interesting. Just gotta get it there. So that's where I'm at, and you know, I can take a poll. We can suggest, if you guys want to, if my loyal fans who watch this all the time want to suggest some books, I will take suggestions and I can do a poll. Sometime in the next 2 weeks, I can do a poll with the books that seem to have the most interest. I was trying to do one, well, that I already had, but that doesn't mean that everybody else has it, just because I have a lot of books, but a lot of them have been around for a while and are untouched, and that's what I'm trying to change. But that doesn't mean that I'm not willing, no, that one's in here, to get another book to do as a project. It would just be nice if I could do one that I already had, but you know, you'd have to see my entire book list, and that would take forever. Because I do have it, I can export it. I have it in Bookshelf, and I can export it, and it's a scary, scary big list. So that's what I've been doing this week, because I realized I wanted to be coloring, and I should have been coloring, but I realized when I was looking for a book that I couldn't find it, and I'm like, I realized that in my, whatever you call it, days, incorrectness, I'm not really sure what, haste may be a good one. I put books back in the wrong place, because I have my shelves labeled. I mean, not really anything earth-shattering, numbers mostly. I have certain shelves, like I have a Camellia Angel Cova shelf. I have one for all of my, I have now got all my Korean books on it, you know, that's on one shelf, because you have to learn how your brain works, and that's what I've done. And but I realized that it was really, really bad. So I spent some time going through all of my books and pulled some more out to get rid of, and I decided that and so I will figure out what to do with those. And it's not nearly enough. I'm not getting rid of nearly enough, because I do like all my books. I'm trying to get through them. I'm trying to figure out what it is that, you know, I can work on and color, and that so many of them are untouched, because there's just so many books, and you get books and you try to stop, and you don't necessarily want to, because it's a beautiful hobby and you really want to have these pictures to color. And I also was a member of Coloring Book Cafe, and when you're a member of Coloring Book Cafe, you pay, like, I forget how much it was. It was, you know, I mean, you get a lot of stuff, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say it was too much. But every week, every 2 weeks, very often, you get a coloring book. Like, they post a coloring book out there, and what it is it's not one of theirs. It's like a small 10-page coloring book, and I think that they either, I mean, they do use similar images, some of the same images from their books. I'm not really sure how they do it, but I have 146 10-page coloring books, something like that. stored on a drive. I mean, I download them. Do they all appeal to me? No. They do not. But let's see. How in frame am I? Okay. Oh, yeah, I realized that my blotter page had moved last week, and I got a little bit smoogy on here, but that's okay. We can fix it. These colors are just going to be so beautiful. Excuse me, beautiful. I might have to use a pencil to shade them because I don't know about finding the right shade of marker. So, or we'll just leave it flat because it's a flat picture. I mean, it doesn't have to be reality. But yeah, so I'm excited about starting a new book. I'm excited that this one's going to be done. I'm excited about what I've done in it. It has helped me grow as a person, as a colorist. It's been amazingly enjoyable. Enjoyable. I just created a new word, enjoyable. Let's see how we can use that. Oh, are there any linguists out there that can tell me that's a real word? To my knowledge, it's not, but it's a cool word. Kind of like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, which I do use and I love to use. But yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's like, it's very exciting just to think about starting a new book, but what's it gonna be, you know? And you know, it's everyone. I'm just trying to get something that all of you, or you know, all of you mostly like. I mean, there are let's be honest, there are very few books out there where you like every picture. It's just, that's reality. I mean, there are some out there where I like every picture and I would want to color every picture. I can tell you, I don't generally enjoy coloring people. That doesn't mean that I won't, and I need to get better at it, so we'll be honest there, and you can't get better at it if you don't try. But as a general rule, I mean, cartoony people, yeah, I'll do those. As a matter of fact, I got in on the split color with Spicy Cat Colors, because she couldn't really participate in Buddy Ween because of her new job. She took Chibi, Spooky Chibi, and cut it in half, and she had a Google form. When you watched her video, the first 30 people to go out and sign up would get half of the page, and she would mail it to you, and then you get to mail it back when you're done with it, and then she's going to tape them back together. She's going to do all the pictures in the book, and then we're supposed to mail her back her pages. So that's like, I'm telling you, I had so much fun. I have never done a split color before, and it was fun. Now, will I like the result? I don't know. But I really like that book. Like, I don't like... I'm going to say this again. I'm starting to doubt myself. I don't like chibis, but I do like those chibis. I guess I will say that there's a lot of chibis I don't like. More that I don't like than I do, but I do like some. Alexander Francis's chibis, apparently I like. They're not really chibi though. Am I wrong about that? Is there a chibi lover that can tell me? They're not totally chibi. Like, I'm not into, I'm not a nippophile. I don't, which is not a bad thing. I mean, loving Japanese culture is awesome. I just don't, I love some things, but I'm not into manga and anime, and I have tried, and I don't enjoy the big eyes, big eyes, small mouth. That's actually a role-playing game, but I don't. There's something about it that I don't enjoy. Doesn't mean I don't enjoy all of it. It means that I just don't enjoy, a lot of it. And I try. It doesn't stop me from trying. Trust me. I try all the time. Now I gotta figure out what color to make this. Well, I guess we're gonna make it this greenish blue color, or I could make it gray, but I think I'm gonna make this like gray because it's gonna be clear. So let's see. These colors are pretty, aren't they? So yeah, but I had so much fun doing it, I haven't mailed it back yet. I'm waffling on the background because there's, you've heard me talk about the point. Yeah, I'll do a picture and I will love it. And there will be something, it's not always the same thing, be like, this is awesome. And then I will do something that makes it not awesome. And so I'm always wary of making it not awesome anymore. And I'm very happy with the picture. I do not feel that every picture the background needs to be done. I do want to get into the habit of doing more backgrounds. I feel like I don't do enough. And that's why they intimidate me so much, backgrounds. Oh, this is a pretty color. Love this color. Trying to decide, yeah, we'll just do this. Trying to decide what's part of the teapot and what's part of the design. This is where I'm going to be like, oh, I need to add more colors. I mean, and if you want, I don't know, would it be fun to add challenges like during the week, like color palette challenges or something like that when we do the new one? I mean, it's really about tea and chatting and stuff like that. And hopefully I could introduce you to new teas that you haven't had. I mean, I have a ton of teas. And I already had too many when I did this tea for my mom's garden club, and then I ordered more because I didn't have anything that I wanted some summery flavors, because there's cinnamon and spicy and stuff, and you kind of feel like that's more wintry, and then you got your lemon and your raspberry and your blueberry and all these flavors that are more summery. So I feel like I kind of, I might put, I'm thinking, so I bought more tea, and I'm like, I don't need more tea. And then we get Tea Runner every month, which was a gift, and I love Tea Runner. It's a subscription. You get the subscription that we are getting is 4 teas every month, and they have different packs that you can get. I forget what we're getting. We're getting the I think plain teas, because we don't really get any. I know they have like an herbal one, and then they have a blend where you can get fruity teas and different mixes, but we have the blend, the plainer tea one, and it comes in, you get 4 of these, and these, believe it or not, I can get generally like 3 packs out of the 3 pots, 3 pots of tea out of those, which is awesome. Now, do I know how much it is? No, because it was a gift. But I'll tell you, if it runs out, I may, if or when the gift subscription runs out, I will probably re-sign up for it, unless I want to get rid of some tea first, drink tea, and then sign up for it again. But I've really enjoyed the tea runner. I liked Plum Deluxe too. I did Plum Deluxe. You can get like a small, like 1 little bag a month and stuff like that. But they have a lot of, theirs are mixy flavors, which I love. It's just, I just had too much. So Plum Deluxe is a really good subscription one, and you can just buy their teas. And then Tea Runner is another good subscription service. If you're curious, I can always give you the link to their website or something like that. All right, so what do I do? I'm going to do something crazy. Is this the cool gray? Oh, it's the, I hate it when it does that. When you color and it gets light, it looks like the color is bleeding through, but it's not. I'll have to find a color that matches the tea and color that in. You know me, I usually do the tea. I usually find something that matches the tea. And I have to decide if I'm going to do these in a different color, which I might. And what color is China going to be? Oh, see, this is where it's hard. I can't stay within my palette. Oh, boy. Which one is the dark one? It should be this one. Okay, dark. How do I want to do this? However I do it, I'm going to regret it, I'm sure. Oh, yeah, all right. And my husband is asking for recommendations on what brand of yerba mate, because there's a couple of South American companies, game companies that he works for, and so he's supposed to ask them, because I was looking and I'm like, how do I know what brand of yerba mate to get? So I'll have some for next week to do the final picture and hopefully choose a book, and it'll be so exciting to have like a party, have like a little mini party in the video. But yeah, I didn't expect that forcing myself to do a video every week would really help me grow, you know what I mean? So that's been really cool. Let's see how this looks when I'm done. This is like a, almost like a grayish, I forget what color that is. I can't read it because, yeah, grayish cherry. I like that grayish cherry color. Oh, what did I do with my, I was gonna say I could show you my chibi picture, but it was right here, and oh, there it is. It's here somewhere. It's like laying here somewhere. I had it earlier. Oh, here it is. I just thought I would show you. I'll have to zoom out a little bit. So like this is, because it doesn't really ruin the picture because you don't know what it's going to look like. And it's the same color as my mat. So these are the colors I used in this half. And I love these colors. These colors are so pretty. But anyway, so that's how I did it. But I'm trying to decide if I want to do a background. Anyway, that was like a total segue there, or tangent. It was definitely a tangent. I may have to put some silver in here. Silver might be cool. I really like the colors of those peonies. Those look really nice. And see, this is the same 3 colors, just these are blended and these are not, and look how different it looks. I'm liking it. Why am I singing? Don't ask me. Making decisions. Ugh. See if I do use some watercolor silver, it'll cover up the marker if I wanted to do something different. I just got to decide what colors I want those to be. That's the tough part for me. Limiting myself to 6 colors is like, ugh. So challenging. Because my brain's like, you need to have a yellow. Why do you not have a yellow and a purple? And then I've got to figure out what color the tea is and what color I want these tea leaves to be. I should look up the color of those tea leaves and see. This is a pretty picture. All right, so let me find a color for my tea and finish the rest of this, and I will be back. Okay, so what have I ended up with? That is what I have ended up with. I ended up putting silver on here, and I just used my Jelly Roll metallic silver. It is silvery enough for this purpose. I thought it came out, I wanted, like, you know, pastel-y muted colors, because to me that's the way that white tea is. So very happy with this one. It's funny, it's very similar to this one. Different colors of different colors. The other one's a little brighter. This one's very muted. So I'm happy with that. So next week is yerba mate, which will be an experience because I have never tried it. So we will see. And that will be it. I mean, this book will be done. So I was thinking, and you all should run right now, because I was looking through my books and I came up with some ideas, suggestions, just to let you know what I'm thinking about. All right, so, and before you think I'm crazy, just hear me out, because I got a stack of books. Now, these are just examples. If anyone wants to suggest something different, But this is kind of what I was thinking of, and y'all are going to think I'm crazy. Like, yeah, I know you are. So, any of these books would be doable. Maybe some more than others, but Animaux de la Forêt, it's double-sided, so you know, maybe people don't want to do that. I am dying to get into this book. It is so beautiful. All of these in here you can get on Lyrica, and honestly, they're not expensive, and the shipping is free. These are like $8 to $10 a piece, US. So, and you know, like I said, the shipping is free. If you've never ordered anything, you can get, you use my coupon code to get 10% off, or anybody else's coupon code, if you've never ordered before. So, I mean, it's a great thing. These are so much fun. I haven't had some of them too long. Like, I just got the teddy bear book, and it is adorable. So, I know what you're thinking. I think that these won't appeal to most people because you wouldn't want to use markers in them. So I did that picture, and that was really cute. But these, Nature, or Nature, this one is single-sided, very doable in one sitting. Beautiful book. If you like stuff like this, there is a flip through of this one. Sirène du Monde. Which there is a flip through on my channel of this one. I figured though that not everybody would like mermaids. However, just examples. This one would be totally doable if you like chibi, the cute chibi. This book is adorable. If we want to do it as a project book, this one is cool. These are some Coco Whire books that I thought would be appropriate. In Circle, which is, you know, just these circles. Looks like a lot of fun. I've been wanting to get into this one because I love that kind of stuff. Frame of Life is very similar. You know, circles. So these are very doable. Beautiful pictures. We've got Enchanted Gnomes just came out. It might be a little big to do in one sitting, but, you know, they're not too complicated. I think it might be fun. Mystical World is another one that's not too complicated, not huge, detailed pictures. Gorgeous. Love that. What else? Let's see. So, I don't have them all. I thought I had more Alexander Dannemann books. I do have a couple more, but they're all seasonal related. Hers are very approachable, like this Woodland Animals. This is a smaller book too. This one's cool. It's been out for a while though. Not this one, but I don't have Magical Tiny Houses 2. It's a very similar, this one's a project book for me, but I could get Magical Tiny Houses Volume 2, if you want to do some kind of houses, because these are a lot of fun. If we wanted to do another Racine book, the Birds and Fleurs just came out, which is a small book. Modern Cottage is older, but cool. Obviously, I haven't colored in this one either. I haven't actually had that one that long. Garden Gnomes. This one's very cute. I've only done like one picture in here. I did this one. I kind of have a thing like in her ones with doubles, the simple ones. I'll try to do both images. And this one, with this book, I was doing this in marker and this in pencil. I'm much more experienced now, so I think I could finish that. But, so there's that. That's fun. The Color Me Critters is a fun one. This one would be fun to do. I love these pictures. We've got some Ellery Fowler fairy houses, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I have not colored anything in any of these pictures. There's flip-throughs of all these books on my channel. These are fabulous books. Easy to get a hold of. And my last idea was we could do a Chameleon Angel Cova, because those are easy to do. I wasn't sure if people would be, because I don't get to color in them. I try, but I get waylaid by a bunch of other stuff. We could pick one book, or I could do random pictures. I could pick a random book and do a picture out of all of them. I forget how many of hers I have, like 40 or something like that. Something crazy. I looked at the number because I have a Chameleon Angel Cova shelf. But like, I haven't touched any of these. There's a few of them that I've done a number of pictures in, which is kind of unusual. But these pictures are easy to do. So those are just like ideas of things that I was looking at. So for the next project book or the next idea. So give me some feedback. Let me know what you are thinking for the continuation of the series. I think I'm coming up with a name for it, but we can talk about that next time. So thank you for watching today. I really appreciate it. And I hope you all have a great week. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.